All right, my people, welcome back to Gospel News, where we keep you updated with the latest info as it take the going straight to the reason why we're here. No time to waste time. As it they happen, I'm the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, which is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the man you have on screen, have spoken from detention this time around. He said that the Biafra referendum, saying I'm be the ultimate, even though they use Ikiki, they keep them inside detention. Make I show now the headline where we are taking our info from. Despite my unjust detention, demand for Biafra referendum remains my goal. Nnamdi Kanu, and they declare this one. May we go into details sharply. And our brother, what they call Nonsonkwa, don't react to the video where they say Buhari for Pai Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If no be say they can't change their mind on top the matter. I will give on full details on that very quickly. So may we go straight to the reason why we are here today. No time to waste time at all. Okay. So he says that Nnamdi Kanu, the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has said that he is not against any genuine restructuring of Nigeria in line with the provision of the 1963 Constitution. Ona de siamo na that one na they talk. He say if they want to restructure the country, that he is not against that. That they can go ahead and restructure the country. That what he's looking for is a country where people we have equal right. Where people we live as human beings, not the way we are living now. We are rulers, leaders who have common sense, not ones living like animals will be in charge. He say, I'm not averse to genuine restructuring of Nigeria. Nnamdi Kanu demands functional seaport, airport, motorable roads in the southeast. Una don't see him. So he say na the 1963 Constitution, say na that one na in contain the genuine democracy when Nigeria go take practice and move the country forward. The IPOB leader who said this during a visit by his younger brother Prince Emmanuel Kanu, popularly known as Kanu Kanu, insisted that despite his unjust and unfair incarceration, the demand for a referendum remained his goal, unless those opposing the wholesome restructuring of the country repent. Emmanuel spoke to newsmen after meeting with the IPOB leader in detention at the Abuja headquarters of the Department of State Services, DSS, where he has been held since June 2021, when he was arrested and forcefully returned to Nigeria. According to Vanguard, the younger brother to Kanu quoted the IPOB leader as saying, "We are not averse to the genuine restructuring of the country. We know that the country cannot grow or make progress under the current unworking unitary structure. The facts are clear for all to see." Now, waiting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they talk here, and I be that one. He said the whole thing. He declare for goat and cow to see that this thing now when they talk now true. Say Nigeria cannot work under this kind of administration. Our position remains the same as our submission in the presence of Professor Ben Nwabuizi and evangelist Elliot Ugochukwu on 30th August 2017 at the meeting with the Southeast governors in Enugu. We have no reason to add or subtract from our position 6 years ago. We reiterate that we are not opposed to a consensual but wholesome restructuring of the country along with the 1963 Constitution. According to the IPOB leader, those who disrupted an earlier attempt by the Nigerian government in 2017 to reach a truce with him are responsible for the current insecurity in the southeast. He said that those who disrupted the 2017 peace process only engineered and activated the unpleasant experiences of the past 3 years. Had they allowed the second meeting of September 15 to 2017 to hold, meaningful outcome would have been long achieved. The unprovoked invasion of my family homestead On September 14, 2017, which led to the untimely death of dozens of citizens and inspired the demise of my parents, created the unsavory atmosphere that engulfed the region moving forward. Kanu, who reportedly gave conditions for true reconciliation, instead insisted that the grossly marginalized southeast region of Nigeria and the entire Biafra land should be rebuilt and brought to equality or equity with other regions of the country. Kanu, who specifically demanded the establishment of long-denied critical infrastructure in our region, commercial seaport, international airport with cargo wing, rail services, and other deliberately denied infrastructure. He noted that the growing agitation for the restoration of Biafra was born out of the deep-seated injustice against Biafrans by the Nigerian state. According to him, those determined on riding fellow citizens as donkeys should understand that their usual to treat every region fairly is at the root of our agitation for justice and equality. The people of the region desire to be treated fairly and treated right. We stand by our demand for justice, equity, and fairness for all. This is our position, he added. My position has remained unchanged for very many years, regardless of my unjust and unfair incarceration. Our demand for a referendum to determine whether our people will choose to remain in the country that has so unkindly treated us for decades remains our goal, unless those opposing the wholesome restructuring of the country repent. He say unless say they do a complete overhauling, we be restructuring of Nigeria. Say that one fit make am now begin the back down on Biafra. Say but anything below that, say na referendum na be the next option. But as it be so, to my own knowledge, I don't think that Nigeria can go to that 1963 constitutional mandate that we enable the country govern itself region by region. These people who are in power today are power drunk and would want to die there. They want to buy there in search of looting evil and their desperate quest to remain in power forever. We are resolute because the oppressor leaves us no choice. Since the 1980s and 1990s, every plea to return the country to the 1963 Constitution has sadly fallen on deaf ears, leaving us no choice than to find an avenue that would guarantee a safe future and better tomorrow for our unborn grandchildren. We have no regret whatsoever articulating a better future for our progeny. Being mocked consistently over our earlier demand for an early return to true federalism and devolution of powers, we saw we had no other choice than to work towards a referendum to determine our future. Our decision and preference for our own country, where our children will be fairly treated, is as a result of the unacceptable, unabating mistreatment since 1966. First, the horrendous pogroms, then the bitter war, the deliberate, the disempowerment after the war, the 20 pounds offer, the scorched earth policy and war of attrition viciously visited on our region ever since. The deliberate denial of critical federal government-driven basic infrastructure, such as functional commercial seaport, railways, international airport with cargo wing, dry port, container terminal, greater electricity generation, export-free zone, and south and east-west railway and road network that will help our people feel like being truly part of the country, confirms our second-class status, which we reject. The unthink marginalization we have suffered as a region since 1970 is only possible because of the centralized structure enabled by the unitary of 1999 Constitution. We remain committed to our demand for a referendum as long as those totally opposed to the restructuring of the country along the lines of true federalism and power devolution continue to resist the cry for a new, fair, just and equitable constitution along the lines of the 1963 Republican Constitution. According to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we will be betraying our people and selling away their future if we continue to wobble along in this unhelpful 1999 unitary constitution, designed and written and given by unelected soldiers. I led marches in the UK pleading for a consensual restructuring of the country via a constitutional conference and the enthronement of new people's constitution all through the 1990s. We were mocked and ridiculed consistently by a small clique of compatriots who claimed they were born to rule. Their stiff opposition to a peaceful restructuring of the country made our agitation inevitable. They are simply telling us to go to hell or do our worst. At the meeting with the Southeast governors on 30th August 2017, I pleaded with the governors to plead with Mr. President to begin the early restructuring of the country along the lines of true federalism and devolution of power back to the 1963 Constitution. I also pleaded for affirmative action to expedite immediate construction of the earlier mentioned deliberately denied infrastructure in our region. The response was a vicious military attack to violently eliminate me on the 14th of September 2023, a day before the follow-up concluding meeting. Oh, now they see wetin happen for here. So now this one, now make they can't invade Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's home. Now this one, oh, now him be that too. Now wow, the wahala don't bust out inside this country. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was going to have another meeting with these people, but they cut it short by invading his home and trying to buy him. Now waiting we they see for there now be this one, oh my people. Make una let us know waiting they happen. This country don't cast last. As we they see am so Mazi Nnamdi Kanu don't talk. Say if they go feed do the normal restructuring with the 1963 constitution, say in they ready to join them in Nigeria. But if they cannot, then he prefers a referendum. Now waiting and talk for there. So nobody should misquote this particular statement that I am not averse to genuine restructuring of Nigeria, Nnamdi Kanu, because I don't see and say some people now don't walk up and down. They talk say, oh, Nnamdi Kanu don't talk say anyone drop Biafra agitation because of restructuring. Luriro, that's not what he meant. He said make them do the real restructuring, the real one. We be say that one for 1963 with that constitution that Nigeria is workable. But anything below that we are going for referendum. So he never dropped the agitation in case somebody carry the thing. Can't show you say, CMO, don't give up. Luriro, he never said so. So this one, the train station, Abia Railway, and the train where they say they carry the enter inside Abia State too. I don't know how the train take be. Governor Alex Uti, I don't know whether na this one now you carry enter Abba Siam.
Now take a look at this train. This is Abia Road in Abia State. This is our own train. This is a train that is being installed right now.
Abia Road.
Once the installation of this train is completed, people in Abba can now enter a train from Abba to Port Harcourt. What did you observe? Now watch closely. What did you observe in this train? What did you observe in this train that have got a lot of people talking about this train? That is yet to be even completely installed. Just observe and drop a comment. Make sure you watch this video to the end to get the full story. Thank you.
This one na old train now, we don't buy now. This train don't buy now. The way they carry train, we don't buy for Lagos when they put for it.
This is our old train.
All right, so I believe say una don't see that one inside Aba. And there that one they happen. No, I go remember say Alex Oti. They do many things there. Make una let me know which one the reason. Follow that matter. As we take see am so. Now so we take the talk. I go see you now on the next update. Stay tuned and don't go nowhere. God bless you. Share the video. Make other people see what thing they happen.